So I have started recording the class. So there are a couple of things that we do. If we need to be a master in maths, first and the foremost thing is tables. We need to know tables like this. Okay. If and I will guide you guys to become a champion in tables till 12. Okay. Till 12 for your grade. Okay. So meaning third, fourth, and fifth grade students, they have to memorize tables till 12. And they have to be perfect in that. Okay. That is what we'll work on. So that is what. Then right now we are doing geometry, meaning the basic shapes and their properties. Okay. So I'll do a recap of what we have learned so far, and then we take it from there. So we'll start with the tables first. Okay. What I will do is I will ask you guys. Okay. I had given some assignments to Gitesh and Ayush in the previous class. Let's see how much practice they've been able to do, and then I'll come to you also ask some questions. So Ishan, have you learned tables or okay? So till which number you think you are confident? Table of two, three, four, five,
Five.
five. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'll ask you questions for table till five. Okay, let me check with Gitesh and Ishan first. Who first?
I think 12. 12.
Till 12 you have memorized tables? Oh, that'll be awesome. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So I'll randomly ask questions to.
Not like fully 12, but like I know some of 12.
Okay. So that's fine. See, ultimately what we are trying to do is we'll memorize the tables enough that if somebody says 12 6 are 72, it should come in a flow. You don't have to think. 9 8 are 72. That is also 72. 3 9 are 27. It should come like a free flow. If you are taking time, that means you have to practice. That's what we'll do. Okay. All right. So let me ask questions. Okay. Everybody on mute has to be unmuted so that when I say the name, only that person replies. So Gitesh, you remember you had to memorize table till 12, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 9 9 ja,
81.
Gitesh. 81. 12 7 ja, Gitesh.
84.
Okay. 8 7 ja, Gitesh.
56.
Okay. 12 4 ja, Gitesh.
48.
Okay. Okay. 7 7 ja, Gitesh.
49.
Okay. Gitesh, okay, 12 9 ja, Gitesh.
108.
Okay. All right. So Gitesh has done his part. So good job, Gitesh. Let's go to Ayush. Ayush, are you ready?
Give me a sec. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. So for Ayush, the table that we had to memorize was till 6, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's check. So again, if we miss something, if we make a mistake, perfectly fine. I am the only teacher in the world who doesn't feel bad if my students make mistake. It's okay to make mistakes. Okay, we learn from it. So all of you, don't be afraid, don't be shy, don't think, just do it. Okay, that's what we'll do. So let's see if Ayush remembers the table, and if he doesn't remember, we'll remember it. That's okay. Sky is not falling apart. 6 6 Ayush. 6 6 Ayush.
What?
6 6
6 6 38.
36.
Oh.
5 9
5
Get it?
9 45.
Okay, good. 6 3 Ayush.
18.
Okay, 6 9
6 9. Uh, 70. No. 63.
54. 54. Okay. 6 6 9 54. Yeah. Okay. So 6 4 Ayush.
6 4.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Okay. Okay. 4 9
49, 36.
36. Okay. So I see you have memorized the tables, but I think we need a little bit more practice. Okay. So I would want you to sing the song for table up to 6 for this week also. Okay. I will not let anybody go till you are perfect. Okay. That is our objective. Okay. That will make you do things very, very fast. Okay. So Gitesh, uh, I saw you took a little bit of time on 8 7 56. Okay. Uh, I want to clear that also. Okay. So that means I will not go beyond 12. Let's stay focused till 12 and make sure that Gitesh, you are next time when I ask, you are not even taking fraction of a second. Okay. You are doing very good, but I want it to be
Okay.
more accurate, more
Um,
fast.
uh, okay, some points I get confused on a lot is sixth creature because I sometimes think it's 24 because it's really close to 24. Sixth creature and eighth creature sometimes.
No, so that is see that is what gets gets knocked off with practice. Okay, that's what we are doing. So that's why I say right, making mistake is okay. I if you guys, I mean, I know you guys don't understand Hindi much, but recently I had put a video with for my kids back in India who attend the English speaking classes. I told them get into the habit of failing. If you fail more, you will learn more. So failing is perfectly fine. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and coming back to you, Ayush, same thing for you. I would want you to spend little more time. Spend 5 minutes daily and make your table till 6 flawless. Okay, 5 minutes daily. Catch hold of somebody elder in the family. Once you know memorize something, say, okay, fine. I have memorized table of 6. You ask me some questions like what my teacher asks. So that way you'll be practicing more and it'll become fun. Okay, Ayush. So next class, as in next Saturday. Before that, I want to make sure that your table till 6 is flawless. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to Ishan. So Ishan, okay. So you said you have learned table till 12. Let me ask and see how comfortable are you? 7 7 ja.
49,
Okay. 3 8 ja.
24,
Okay. 9 8 ja.
72,
12 4 ja.
48,
Okay. 8 8 ja.
64,
Wonderful. 9 7 ja.
63,
Wow. Very nice. So 12 8 ja.
uh, 80.
96.
Oh,
Okay. So no. So Ishan, you are in third grade, right? Very nice. So I have all the kids for level one now in this class. I have one person from level grade three, one from grade four, one from grade five. Okay. So that covers the entire level one for us. Okay. So in this class, what we learn is all the math concepts which we are supposed to learn from third grade to fifth grade. Okay. And I can tell you, Ishan, that your control over the table, your command over table is much better than a third grader. Okay, I can tell you that you have done, you have actually learned tables pretty well, and that will help you with doing maths faster, in future. Okay, and that's what we are all trying to learn. Okay, so Ishan, now I saw you getting a little bit stuck in level in table 12, but that doesn't bother me at all. Okay, you are still a baby for me. Hmm? Okay, so don't worry. I mean, all three of you are babies only. Okay, I'm much older than you guys. So, but yeah, coming back to the point, uh, uh, I would want Ishan you to practice bit on table of 12, 10, 11, 12. Just when you get time, sing it like a song. Okay, whenever you have 5 minutes for yourself, just sit down, relax, and Keep swinging your body 12 and 12, 12 to the 24 likewise. Okay, but that's what I would want you to do. Okay. So in this class also, we'll just do a table of 12. I will sing. You all will sing with me. Okay. We'll just do table of 12 and then we'll get on to geometry. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds good.
Yeah. So even if for Ayush I have given table till 6 only, but that's okay. You all will sing with me. Table of 12. So just don't be shy. Sing with me. Okay. 12
Okay,
one ja 12.
12 1 ja 12,
12 2 ja 24.
12 2 ja 24,
12 3 ja 36.
12 3 ja 36,
12 4 ja 48.
12 4 ja 48,
12 5 ja 60.
12 5 ja 60,
12 6 ja 72.
12 6 ja 72,
12 7 ja 84.
12 7 ja 84,
12 8 ja 96.
12 8 ja 96,
12 9 ja 108.
12 9 ja 106,
12 10 ja 120.
12 10 ja 20.
Wonderful. So good job, everybody, and good job myself. Okay. All right. So let's go to the class now. I mean, we are already in the class, but today what we are going to do is we are going to revise uh, geometry, meaning what are the basic shapes in geometry that we have learned so far, what are the properties of those shapes, and then we'll do it for this class and probably one more class tomorrow, and then we will get into the finding the area and perimeter of the shapes. All right.
All right.
Anybody feeling sleepy? No.
No.
Get a glass of water. Keep a glass of water with you always. Okay. See, this is my 2 liter water bottle. Okay, which I keep drinking the whole day. So whenever you feel thirsty, keep a glass of water with so that you stay fresh and hydrated. Okay. So let me share my screen first. And Ayush and Gitesh, I would
Yep.
keep reminding you guys, keep asking you guys if you remember these things that we have learned in the previous class or not. And same way, Ishan also. I'll keep checking if there's something that he knows already or he has. So stay unmuted. Okay. I would not be able to see who is saying what once I am on the white screen. Can you guys see my white screen now?
Yes, I can
Yes.
see your white screen.
Wonderful. All right. So when we say geometry, meaning a language, a part of mathematics where we deal with shapes, we started with this. This is this
That's
is
a
called
line.
that's a line. And other thing similar to this is this
A line sediment.
line segment. And the third one is
Ray.
array. So Ishan, a question for you. Do you know what is the difference between a line segment, and array?
Um,
No. Okay,
I learned about it, but I forgot.
that's fine. That's fine. I'll just I'm see I'm here just doing recap, right? So even Gitesh and Ayush have learned about it. I'm just making sure that no, you all guys remember it at the concept level. So this is lines. If you look at a line, it's what you're seeing is there are arrows at the end. What the arrows mean is this is giving a direction. It is still going on. Just because you did not have enough space on the page or the screen, that's why you have to stop here. Meaning, lines don't have a fixed length. It just gives you a direction and says it can go in that direction as long as you want to. Okay. So, line, that's why you will see that line is always denoted like this. Okay. Though in terms of usage, we say line to this thing also. But this is not a line. This is called a line segment, meaning a part of a line, meaning
A part of a line.
a part of a line, meaning it has a fixed length. So here you can say, okay, this is 5 centimeter. Here for a line, you cannot say a line is a 10 centimeter or 5 centimeter because there's no fixed length. It just is telling you a direction. Okay. So line segment and line, the main difference is line can be extended in any direction as long as you want to or you can. Line segment, so that means line don't have a fixed length, wherein line segments have a fixed length. You can say a line segment is 5 centimeters or 4 centimeters or 25 inches, but you cannot say a line is 50 inches. Okay, because lines don't have a length, they are just giving a direction. Okay, but in terms of
So,
usage,
so,
we yeah,
so a line segment will stop eventually, but uh,
a
um,
line not,
yeah, a line will not.
right? So no, but in terms of usage, right? People say, okay, these two lines are making 30-degree angle. Okay, we'll come to angle also. In terms of usage, we say line, but that is actually not correct as per the definition in geometry. Okay, lines don't have a fixed length. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So fine. We use line and line segment interchangeably in normal no usage, but line in as per geometry has no fixed length. Line segments have. Okay. Now there's a third variant which is called rays. Rays are like this. Rays are like my telephone. Okay. So when I you see the torch,
Yeah.
it is starting from here and it can go as far as you can think of. Right? So that is ray. It is starting from here. So one side of it is line, other side of it is line segment. That's what is a ray.
So does it keep on going or will it eventually stop?
No, so it will keep on going, right? I mean, there's no end point in this direction, but there's a starting point here. So it will not go in this direction. My torch's light don't go backward, right? It only goes to the front.
So it goes like fully forward or will it stop while it goes that one direction?
It can go as far as you can think of. So it only moves forward. It doesn't go backward. Okay. You
Okay.
have a starting point and one direction as no as a direction where it can go as far as you can ever think of. Okay. So with a single line thing, we have learned three variants. This is called line, which is nothing but a direction. Line segment is small portion of line with fixed length, and you get that by connecting two points, basically. And an array is something which starts from one place and goes as far as you can think of. So it's like a mix of line and line segment, as you can see here. Okay. This is the first thing that we have learned so far. Second is called angles. You guys remember, right? Ayush and Gitesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So angle is nothing but the relationship between two line or line segments. Meaning, if two lines or line segments cross each other like this, okay, my this hand and this hand. Let's say these are two line segments. These are crossing here at this point that you see. They have a way they are meeting each other, right? It can meet like this, it can meet like this, it can be like this, right? So angle is nothing but the inclination between the lines, meaning how they are meeting each other at a certain point. Okay, like if you look at the your house, look at the wall and the ground, how they are meeting. They are meeting like this, correct? This is a relationship. If your vertical wall meets the ground like this, that means the wall is about to fall, run away. Yeah. This is a smaller angle. This is a bigger angle. This is a much bigger angle. Yeah. So angle is nothing but the inclination, how the lines or line segments are meeting each other at a point. Okay.
Okay.
So there are three flavors that we have learned. One is this, where the okay now there's a tool like this that you would have seen like a semicircle, okay, which has for measuring angles. Okay, that is called protector. Have you seen that before, Ishan?
I think so.
You would have seen it. Yep. So what what we do is we use this instrument for measuring angles. Okay, so let's say if this is one line, this is another line, they are meeting each other at this point. What we do is we place the protector here. Okay, the center of the protector on this point where it is meeting this guy. Okay, and one we align this horizontal line with this line, and then you see which point this is meeting. So you'll see 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. So whichever angle it meets, you'll see that this is 30 degree. If this line is meeting like this, so then you'll just align this protector, place it on the center, and then you'll say, okay, this line is meeting the 90-degree mark. So this angle is 90 degree. Okay.
Oh, so wherever the protector stops,
Yeah.
uh, is where you should do the angle.
Yes, so this is one line. See, these two lines are meeting each other. Okay, so what would you do? You put the protector center here, matching with this point where these two lines are meeting. Okay, this is a transparent one. Okay, so you will be able to see this line and this line also. So you match the center of the protector with this point where these two lines are meeting. Okay, and then you will see. Okay, this align this line with the horizontal line of the protector, and then you will see which number this is it 30, is it 35. So you'll be able to see, okay, the angle between these two lines is whatever value you see here. Okay,
Oh,
so it's just about it's how you read it actually. Okay, if you have a sibling at home who is older than you, and if you have a protector, ask him or her to show how to, see, measure the angles. Okay, see it once. If you face any problem, let me know. I'll explain that to you. Okay.
okay.
I'm the oldest one in my house. As
You have
sis-
one in the house, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So try doing it by yourself. See how you if you're able to put two lines, draw two lines. Just take a piece of paper, play with it. Okay, it's like a
I
toy.
did it before.
I'm sorry.
I did it before.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So draw two, three lines. Okay, do two, three pairs of lines and play with it. Okay, put this protector on like the way I told, and see what is the angle between the lines. That will give you, an idea about, like, how we learned how to watch, how to see the time, right? How to figure out what time it is, right? So
Yeah.
likewise, just play with that and draw two, three, pair of lines and see if you can measure the angle using the protector or not. If you get stuck, let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is on the how to measure the angles using protector. Now, so basically you can see the angles like this. You will see the angles like this. You will see the angles like this. There are three variants of the angles. Okay. Here, this angle, when the two lines are like perpendicular to each other, like how your house's wall is touching the ground. This is
In a 90-degree angle.
90-degree angle. Okay. That is 90 degree is called
A
right
right angle.
right angle. Okay. So now what becomes your base? 90-degree angle, the perpendicular lines, that is called right angle. Angle 90 less than 90 degree is called
Acute
acute
angle.
angle, which is greater than 90 degree is called obtuse angle.
Obtuse.
Okay, so basically, to do a recap, angle is nothing but the inclination between the two lines when they join each other at a certain point. If the angle is less than 90 degree, it's called acute angle. See here, acute and acute angle, right? Something which is small. When the angle is perfect 90 degree, it is called right angle. Okay. And if the angle is more than 90 degree, meaning the lines are very far from each other, like this is greater than 90 degree, it's called obtuse. Okay.
Okay.
Obtuse angle. So there are three flavors of angles that we learned. And this will be important for us when we learn the next concept. So we have learned about single lines, line segments, and arrays and rays. Then we learned about the when we are dealing with two lines or line segments, the angles. We learn about right angle, acute angle, and obtuse angle. Now let's look at other shapes which are closed in nature. Okay. Okay. This is called Ishan.
Shapes.
This one is called
Oh,
Triangle.
triangle. This is called
Not triangle.
rectangle, or I have a more generic name for it. We call it quadrilaterals. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
quadrilaterals. Sorry.
it's a shape that has four sides.
Yep. And then this is the next shape, which is
And
called pentagon. This is called hexagon.
yeah,
Yeah. Then we have something called heptagon, which has seven sides. Then we have something called octagon.
Octagon.
Yeah, which has eight sides. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go into the triangles. I mean, this is something that Ayush and Bitesh have learned. I'm just doing a revision of that. Okay. Now, when we talk about this shape, which has three sides, it's called triangle. Okay. So when you look at triangles, there are two properties. One is it has three sides, and you'll see it has three angles also. Yeah. This is one angle, meaning the two lines, these two lines are meeting like this here. This line and this line are meeting here. See, I said line, right? It is line segment, but just for sake of simplicity, I'm saying line. So line and line segments are used interchangeably. However, we need to remember that line have no fixed length, line segments. Okay.
but like every time we draw a shape, it's not always just a line, like a line segment.
You can. I mean, see, for from a usage point of view, people say line, right? There are three lines, but actually, we know what is the difference between line and line segment. If you say line segment, that people will understand. Sometimes they will not understand also. So it's up to you. I mean, how you want to use it. Okay. But the correct meaning of line and line segment we need to know, so that when we are asked a very specific question, we are able to answer that properly. Okay.
Okay.
So now we are talking about a shape with three sides. That is called triangles. It's a closed shape. So starting from here, closing it here. Property of that shape is it has three sides and it has three angles also. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm talking more. So I would ask you guys to mute yourself. And I will, when I'm asking questions, that is when you can unmute yourself. So that way the background sound can be
But
avoided.
the
Yep. So
the triangle that you just did, um, I don't understand. I understand that like you do the angles, but I didn't understand like the lines that you put in the line. Like
I'll come to that. So don't worry. Give me 5 minutes. I will make it clear to you as well. Okay. But for now, just mute yourself. I'll finish it and I'll ask question to check whether you guys are able to follow me or not. Okay. So when we talk about a triangle, it's a shape with three sides. So this is one side, this is another side, and this is other side. Or okay. And then these sides make angle with each other. They meet each other at a certain in a certain way. That is the angle. So any triangle has two properties. One is it has three sides and it has three angles. Any questions so far? Any confusion so far with the triangle?
No.
Now, okay. Now, so since the triangles have three sides and three angles, you can always classify a triangle either based on side or based on the angle. Remember Gitesh and Ayush?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can classify or categorize your triangle either based on side, like these three sides, or based on the angles. So let's look at it. Let's look at the side part of it. Now let's look at this triangle, and this triangle. Okay. Here, what do you see? The three sides. I mean, again, my drawing skills are not great, but you can assume that this side, and this side are of same length. Okay, this is one type of triangle. All the three sides are of same length. This triangle, these two sides are of same length. This one is not. Okay. This is second type of triangle. Okay. And this is third type of triangle where this one is different, this one is very different, this one is even different, meaning all the three sides are not matching in length. Okay. So there are three types of triangles based on side. Now I would want Gitesh or I used to explain which one is called what. What is this one called?
Okay, I'll tell. I'll tell.
This is
The first
called.
one is called an acute triangle. The second one is called also.
Hmm.
It's also called an acute triangle. The
So
third one is called.
I'm saying based on sides.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's the first one is called a equilateral triangle. The second one is called a
Isosceles.
isosceles triangle. The third one is called a scalene triangle.
Ayush, do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So thanks, Gitesh and Ayush. So Ishan, here I said that if I have a triangle, I can classify them into different types based on sides or based on angles. So right now we're looking at the classification based on sides. That is what Gitesh
So,
was explaining.
so is this the triangle that you're supposed to have four equal sides or only two equal sides?
No, so first one is all three sides are equal. Let's say this is 5
Okay.
centimeter. This is also 5 centimeter. This is also 5 centimeter. So this kind of triangle where all the sides are of same length, that is called equilateral triangle.
Equilateral.
Equi, equi, equilateral. Okay, okay.
Okay.
We use a lot of Latin words in maths. Okay, so this is one of the Latin word that has been used here. Okay, so equi. There's one thing that we know, right? Equal means something same, right? Equal. So this is taken from that word equal. Okay, equilateral. Lateral means side. Lat. Okay,
But what about the one with full equal sides? What is that one called?
that is what we're talking about right now. We're
Oh,
talking about the first one where all the sides are equal. So equal is equilateral triangle. That's the first variety. Okay.
okay.
So we have looked at the first type of triangle where all the sides are of same length. That is equal. So that's why it is called equilateral. Okay. Now let's go to the second guy where where two sides, this one and this one, are same. This is not. Okay. This is called isosceles triangle. Isosceles. That is how you pronounce it, right, Gitesh?
Yeah.
Isosceles. So basically, if you have any triangle with two sides only having same length, only two sides have the same length, that is what is called isosceles triangle. Okay. So we learned first type when all the sides are equal, equilateral. When two sides are equal, only two sides are equal, that is called isosceles triangle. Okay. And third is called scalene, where side this side is not equal to this side is not equal to this side or this side, meaning all three are different. Let's say this is
I think I'm not really sure about the isosceles triangle. I've heard of it, but like I don't know, like it's
Isosceles is two. You have two eyes
I,
and
I
two.
know I know
You can remember it like that.
like the scaly thing, the third one, like
scalene.
yeah, could you like spell it?
Scalene. It's, I think Scalian or On. I don't remember exactly. Scalene. On, I think. Yeah, scalene triangle. Okay. Let me check the spelling also for you so that I don't teach you something wrong. Scalene. Scalene.
What about isosceles?
Okay, so this is the one. It is called, the spelling is this, Scalian, double L. Okay.
Okay, what about the isosceles?
Isos, isosceles.
I saw sir please. I think that
Isosceles. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Equilateral. So see, these are things that you will always find in Google. Don't worry about it. Okay. And so and whatever I'm saying right now, you don't have to note it down because you can always watch a video. This is always there for you guys, right? And I mean, so there are three types of triangles based on sides we have learned. If the sides are same, that is called equilateral. If only two sides are same, that is called isosceles. And if all the three sides are different, that is called scalene triangle. Likewise, we can classify triangles based on the angles also. Okay.
Okay.
And now you need to remember the three angles that we learned: right angle,
acute angle.
acute angle,
Up,
Okay.
and obtuse angle.
yeah.
So, based on the angle, you say there are three types of triangles. Again,
Right
as I
angle.
said, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Angle. And then yeah, that's a right triangle. That's
Uh,
an acute triangle. And then right obtuse triangle. Yeah, that's the obtuse angle triangle.
Okay. See this angle. So that by definition, if you have a triangle with one angle as 90 degree, that is called 90 degrees right angle. So it's called right triangle or right angle triangle. Okay. Similarly, if all the angles of a triangle are less than 90 degree, meaning this angle, and this angle, that is called acute angle triangle. Okay. And if one of the angle of a triangle is greater than 90 degree, okay, meaning it's an obtuse angle, so it's called obtuse triangle or obtuse angle triangle, whichever way you want to say it. So whatever you have learned with the angles, that is what you can relate for triangles if you have to classify them based on angles. Any questions so far? Ishan, Ayush, Gitesh, any questions before I go to quadrilaterals?
No,
Um, you yeah, I understood the
Okay.
side.
why
Okay.
can't you?
Side.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So another thing, okay, it might so happen sometimes you will follow and you will think that you have understood everything. If you don't worry about it.
You weren't you just talking about like the rectangle and stuff?
Okay. So let me repeat myself. Okay.
Okay.
So triangles, first thing we said, okay, it has three sides and it has three angles, correct? Then we said that you can classify the triangle based on sides or based on angles, right? So the classification based on side was like this: if all the sides are same, that is called equilateral triangle. Okay.
Okay.
If only two of the sides were matching in length, if this and this are matching, this one is not, it's called isosceles triangle. Okay.
Okay.
And the third one was where all the sides are not matching. They are not friends with each other. Okay. This is something else, this is something else. They are not matching with each other. Okay. That is called scalene triangle.
Scallion. Okay.
Yeah. Now we are saying, okay, now let's look at the classification of triangles based on the angles. So if all the angles are less than 90 degree, meaning all the angles are acute angle, acute angle, then this is called acute angle triangle. Okay,
Okay.
acute angle triangle or acute triangle, whatever you want to call it. If one of the angle is 90 degree, meaning it's standing like the wall and the floor in our house, that is right angle. So it's called right triangle or right angle triangle. Okay. Then the third flavor was when one of the angle is more than 90 degree. meaning it has an obtuse angle. So it's called obtuse angle triangle or obtuse triangle. Yeah,
Okay.
clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you perfectly fine so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the next shape. So I would request you guys to again mute yourself so that that background noise doesn't disturb us. Okay. Yeah. Now we talked about the next shape, which has four sides. Four sides means it is called quadrilaterals. Qua is again a Latin word, stands for four. Okay. So quadrilateral, right? When you
Is it
say a
is it
quarter, you're saying one fourth. So qua stands for four actually.
isn't it quad that
Quad.
stands?
It could be quad also. I mean, I might be wrong. Okay. Because I
Okay.
don't know Latin at all. Yeah. So what I'm saying is if you have four sides, okay, that is called quadrilaterals. Now, there are different varieties of it. One is this, other one is this. Okay. And we have few more. We'll come to that one by one. Okay. So let's look at these two. These two have four sides, both are quadrilaterals. Now let's look at this. These two sides are same. These two sides are same in length. Okay. Here, this side, this side, this side, this side, all are same. Okay. And then all these four line segments or the sides are making 90-degree. Okay. Here and here also. So I'm repeating myself. There are two shapes that I'm talking about. In the first shape, all the four sides are making 90-degree with each other, 90-degree angle with each other, meaning they are perfectly perpendicular. And the opposite sides are of same length. That is the
So,
first
so,
one.
so when it's like a right angle, it's 90 degrees, but when it's like a obtuse and acute angle,
No,
it's
no,
1.
I know I'm saying all the four angles are 90-degree, okay?
Okay.
So I'm saying this is the first shape where all the four angles are 90-degree and the opposite sides are of same length. This shape is called something. Who will tell me that? Gitesh, do you remember? The first shape.
The first shape, oh, that's a square.
That's a rectangle.
Oh, sorry, rectangle.
Yeah, yeah. So when all the four angles are 90-degree in a quadrilateral and opposite sides are of same length, that is a rectangle. So second shape where all the four angles are 90-degree and all the sides are of same length, that is called
Square.
a square.
Yeah.
Ayush, do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So we have so far looked at two shapes only. Okay, we have looked at rectangle and a square. Rectangle, I'm repeating again, it's a shape where all the sides are making 90-degree. Okay, meaning they are perpendicular to each other, like perfect wall and ground combination. Okay, this is 90-degree, this is 90-degree, and opposite sides are of same length. So if this is 10 centimeter, this is also 10 centimeter. If this is 5 centimeter, this is also 5 centimeter. This kind of a shape is called a rectangle. That is what we see maximum in our life, okay, around us. My phone is like a rectangle right now. This A4 sheet on my notebook is like a rectangle. This and this are same, okay. If I let's say this is a rectangle, okay. If I fold this, right? Now also this has four sides, this side, this side, this side, and this side. But this is not a rectangle anymore because this line and sorry, this side and this side are not making 90-degree angle now. Okay. When it was like this, it was making 90-degree. I folded it. So this is not making right angle. So this is not rectangle. Okay. Meaning All the four sides have to make 90-degree with each other. Meaning the two adjacent side, this side and this side, they have to make 90-degree. This side and this side have to make 90-degree. Okay, that is one. And the opposite sides are should be of same length. If I fold this right, now the length of the side is different from this side. Okay, this has become slanted and this will be more. Okay, so this is not a rectangle anymore. For this to be a rectangle, the opposite sides have to be same length and all the angles between the sides should be 90-degree. That is a perfect rectangle. Okay. Now, second shape that we talked about was square. All the sides are of same length and all the angles are 90-degree. This is called square. This is another thing that you will see quite a lot around you. You pick up a dice. If you guys play Ludo or no any other game with dice, snake and ladder, right? So there you throw the dice and get the number, right? So if you look at each side of it, you will see wherever you have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 written, right? If you look at one side, you will see both the sides. I mean, all the four sides are of same length and they're perfect, no, perfectly perpendicular to each other. That kind of a shape is called a square. Any doubt so far?
Um, uh, I don't. It's not like a dot, but like, are we gonna learn about 3D shapes?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So your 2D
This
shape,
means we're going to learn area and perimeter. Are we also going to learn volume?
yes, we will. So see that's why I'm going slow. I want you guys to digest the two-dimensional shapes, and then three-dimensional shape is an extension of that. Yes, yes, it is.
Um, we just finished geometry in school. Just wanted to share.
Okay, what all did you learn there?
Uh, Everything that you taught now and area,
And
perimeter, volume.
do you know how to calculate the volume of a cuboid?
Yes.
Did you learn that?
Mm-hmm.
But volume of a cuboid, cube, and cylinder, those things are learned
So we
in
just learned like a rectangular prism and then a square
a
cube.
square, cube,
A
basically.
cube.
So give me 4 5 classes. I'll kind of revise all the shapes that you need to know till give fifth grade, the 2D and 3D shapes, and then the area, perimeter, and volume for the basic shapes. That's what we'll
Right
learn.
now we're learning scatter plots.
Okay, that's fine. That's a play thing actually. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we'll come to that also. So another 3 to 4 class, we'll finish geometry and then we'll go to the next topic. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And in between the class, if there's some topic that you're learning in the school and you're not able to follow it, let me know. I can teach that real quick, okay? So that I will follow my pace at the same time. Anything that is bothering you in between, which you're learning in the school, that that we can cover as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we learned about rectangle and a square now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt with the property.
Actually, sir, I have a little doubt with scatter plots in school. Can we do it like
Next
later
class,
after this class is done?
we can do it in the next class, or yeah, we can do it next class, maybe tomorrow. Okay, because
Okay.
we are almost on the verge of finishing this class, so that's why we'll plan for next class. Okay,
Okay.
just send me the name of the topic on Telegram, just to your dad. Okay, and I will prepare for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So in the quadrilaterals, we have learned about the rectangle and square. Now let's look at one more shape.
Rhombus.
This is called rhombus. What is the difference? Here, this side, this side, this side, this side, all are same. What happens is if you pick a square, okay, let's say this is a square. This is not looking like a square. Let me make it like a square. Now it's kind of a square, okay.
Yeah,
Now, if I squeeze this from these two corners, okay,
it will
so
become
it
rhombus.
will become like this. So this is a square. I squeeze it. This was a square, 90-degree, okay. Squeeze it. It became longer and the angle became smaller at the top. This angle became smaller than 90 degree, and this became bigger than 90 degree. These two.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we gonna learn about parallel lines?
Yeah.
I
We
think
will, we will learn about that also. So let's do one thing. Today we'll finish the property of the quadrilaterals in today's class. Tomorrow we will learn about the area perimeter as well as the parallel lines. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So this is the rhombus. Okay. Meaning, if you take a square and squeeze it by pressing the two corners. Okay. The length of the sides remain the same, but the angle becomes smaller. So these two angles became smaller than 90. This became bigger than 90. This is called rhombus.
it becomes smaller and bigger.
So the angle becomes smaller. What does it
Mm,
mean? It becomes taller, thinner and taller. So if you look at a square and a rhombus side by side, okay, this was your initial square, okay, okay. What did you do? You squeezed from these corners. Oops, sorry. You squeezed from these two corners. You pressed it. What happens is, mm, okay, let me. My drawing skills have to improve. I have to go to some drawing classes. See, this is what happens, okay?
No, no, no.
So this side, and this side are same length still, like the square, okay? Because we did not break anything, we just squeezed. So the something was which was like this became like this. So the length is remaining the same, but this angle here, everything was 90 degree. Okay. Now this became shorter because when you squeeze from these two corners, these two lines came closer. This became lesser than 90 degree. And here it was like this, it went further. If you look at these two lines, this was like this, it went further by squeezing. So this became
If
bigger than 90
but
degrees.
squeeze it, how will it like go? And you have to like squeeze it and then squeeze it in, or do you just have to hold it and then it just
No, so see, squeezing is just I'm just explaining you how it happened. Okay. But in terms of the shape, right? You don't squeeze it to get that shape. What I'm saying is, if you have to look at a rhombus and a square, rhombus is nothing but a squeezed version of a square. That's what it is. Meaning a shape which has four sides. All the four sides are of same length, but the angles are not 90 degree. That is the only difference between the rhombus and a square. That's what we are trying to say. So, like, see, if you look at these two shapes, rectangle and a square, okay, if you compare these two, what is common between these two? All the four angles are 90 degree. These two things are common. Okay. What is the other thing that is common? The opposite sides are equal. Here also the opposite sides are equal, right? If this is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. So at least the opposite sides are equal anyways, right? Here also it's equal. Only difference between a square and a rectangle is that a square has all four sides same. Rectangle has only opposite sides same. So that's the only difference. So between a square and a rectangle, if you compare and say what is the difference between the two, you'll say a square has all four sides same. Rectangle has only opposite sides same.
Mm, uh, like, isn't there like uh, a, for example, a parallelogram? Like we say, like the rectangle is a parallelogram. Like other, like
A
there's
square
a
is also a parallelogram. A square is also a parallelogram.
yeah.
Okay.
Isn't there some like quadrilaterals that have a group that like are the same shape?
So we'll come to that. So let's keep on relating one by another. Once we come to parallelogram, we'll again look back to to squares and rectangles and see if we have if we have a way to relate or what is the gap or what is the difference between them. Okay.
Polygon.
Okay. So first difference. Okay. So I was again just doing a recap. We are on the top of the hour. Let's quickly finish it off. So if you look at rectangle and a square, the main difference is a square have all four sides same, rectangle don't. Rectangle only have opposite sides. Yeah. Now let's look at rhombus. So same way, if I look at rhombus and a square, the only difference is what is same? All the four sides are same in rhombus and in square. That property is common. What is not common is rhombus have angles different from 90 degree. These are less than 90 degree. This is more than 90 degree. A square have all the angles 90 degree. So if you have to compare a square and a rhombus, the only difference is that in the case of a square, all the angles are 90 degree. In the case of a rhombus, all the angles are not 90 degree. Okay, is that a fair comparison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right angles have 90 degrees and obtuse angles have like uh different degrees and acute angles.
Obtuse
No,
angles
no,
have more
no,
than
no.
90. Angles have less than 90.
Acute angle is an angle meaning the inclination between two lines when it is less than 90.
Okay.
Obtuse angle is an angle where the two lines are meeting or line segments are meeting with the angle is more than 90. Right angle is an angle where two lines are meeting at 90 degree. So when we're looking at the shapes, when I'm talking about 90 degree, I'm talking about the two lines or the sides meeting at 90 degree. Okay, being perpendicular to each other. This is my floor of the house. This is my floor of the house. This is my wall. How they are standing against each other? This is 90 degree. If the wall is less than 90 degree, meaning stay away from that wall. It can fall in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the property or the other property that we have learned about square, rectangle, and rhombus. Let's look at two more shapes quickly. Okay. Let's look at this one. I call it. I don't know if you guys have played with this or not. It's called kite.
Kite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where these two sides are same. These two sides are same. Meaning, oh sorry. So these two sides, these two pair of sides are same. These two pair of sides are same. Okay. Like in rectangle we saw the opposite sides are same. Here this is not opposite sides. It's the adjacent sides are same. Okay. So these two adjacent sides at the top are same. These two are same. Okay. Kite is nothing but a toy or whatever you call it. We play with, right? We used to fly that in the air, right? By putting a knot one side and then connecting that with a string and then flying it in the air, right? So kite is another type of quadrilateral where only the two adjacent sides are of same length at the top and bottom. Okay, there's no other no property that you need to be aware of. Okay, and you will not say that these lines are parallel. These are not parallel lines, anyways. Okay, so this is the property of a kite. So we have learned about the property of rectangle, square, kite, and rhombus. Let's look at two more shapes quickly. And then when we are dealing with the area and perimeter, that is when we'll dig deeper into it. Okay. This is okay. This is called a trapezium, and this is called a parallelogram. Okay. Now, there's one thing that I have not explained to you guys. Do you guys know what is pair of parallel lines?
Yeah.
Huh? What is what?
John, do you know what is parallel line?
Parallel lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parallel lines are a pair of lines where they don't meet each other. Meaning, if you extend them, regardless of how far you extend them, the distance between them remains fixed. Meaning, they will not meet. It's like a
Will
railway
never
track.
cross. Will never cross.
This is like like a railway track where the distance between the two lines always remains fixed. They will never meet. Okay. So that is called parallel lines. So here, when we talk about trapezium, you have two lines only which are parallel to each other. This line and this line. That's it. The other two lines are not. Okay. This is called trapezium. So when we'll do the area and perimeter in the next class, so that is when we'll do a double click on that. Okay. And the other shape is called parallelogram. That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So parallelogram is a shape, is a quadrilateral where the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay? The opposite sides. So this one is parallel to this one. This one is parallel to this one. Okay. This is what is called parallelogram. Now you will say, is rectangle a parallelogram? Yes, it is. Because this line and this line are equal and they are also parallel. I'll explain you why they are parallel, okay, in the next class. Okay. So be it a square, be it a rectangle, they are also parallelogram because the opposite sides are parallel to each other and they will never meet. Okay. Only shapes which are not additional to parallelogram that we have learned are rhombus, kite, and trapezium. Okay, so that's all about the shape in quadrilateral that we have learned so far. Um, Let me take a question. If you have any confusion with respect to whatever we have learned before we disperse for the day and meet again tomorrow,
Okay.
any questions?